feelings. It's facts, not feelings. Wanted to be the hero, but turned into the villain. Something like the Penguin, never like Bruce Wayne. I came from the gutter, not addicted to the fame, but the streets know my name, beat them at their own game. 20 years later, claim the head of the table. I'm my brother's keeper, but more Cain than Abel. Eliminate your brother and I'm the tribal boss. Murder so many tried, call it Tribe Lord Ross. It's a scary story, son and all these rappers sending in the morgue. Never did it for the glory or the hot taste, did it for Grandma Ruby, who said I was special right out the gate. So continue to hate where you failed to see. You took your best shot and you bricked your three. The BSO legacy like the Bulls dynasty. My G, it looks like you need some milk. Let me call RG3. These are facts, not feelings. 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 It's the headline king, Robert Littal. I want to read this tweet from Kurt of Herb Street. Also, RIP to his dog. That was very, very sad. I would tell him myself, but he has me blocked. So if you can reach out to him, give him my condolences. I have a couple of dogs, so I definitely understand. The reason that he has me blocked, I don't know if you remember, a few years ago, there was a Tennessee player, and he gave the double bird to some of the fans, the opposing fans. And Kurt lost his mind and was acting like he needed to go to jail and wanted him suspended for the entire year. And then when I said why he didn't have that same energy for, Baker Mayfield grabbing his crotch and doing all of that stuff, he just blocked me. I was just trying to have a conversation. I mean, we both were Buckeyes. But that's another discussion about the media for another day. Kurt says, and I quote, "I think any conference commissioner who had a team or teams involved in a post-game fight owes it to the conference and the sport of college football to study the film very closely and sit anyone who was involved in being an aggressor to help escalate the situation. Sit those involved for their next game, whether it be a bowl game or a playoff game. These dudes need consequences for their own good." Now, this all came about because of the flag planting fights that started with Michigan and Ohio State and continued on with the rivalry games throughout the day. You ever ask yourself, how did Trump become the president not once, but twice, with no real qualifications, with a bunch of felonies, no real plan, no real policy? This is why. Because the country's soft. The country's soft. We're weak. And I will never, ever, 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 ever use the word woke. Because I'm going to do a video on that about how that was hijacked from our culture. But the concept of it, even in the hijacking, is an issue that we have in society. We're soft. We're sensitive. Everybody's running to the manager. Everybody's caring. Everybody's dropping lawsuits. Everybody's just so sensitive, so soft. You can't say anything. I give you an example of one of the problems with our society. You know if you're ugly, right? You know if you're a little husky, myself included. You know if you got jacked up feet. You know all of this, right? It's a fact, not a feeling. But if someone say, man, you're ugly. Hey, man, you're obese. Hey, man, you might want to go get a pedicure or something. Ooh, that's bullying. Stating the obvious is bullying. You just can't be honest anymore. Think about what happened to Anthony Richardson. Man was tired. Needed a play. Just one play off, just to catch his breath. He was winded. Oh no. Get him out the league. I can't believe this is oh my they literally crying on TV. Man, this needed a break. One play. It ain't that big of a deal. He was just tired. He was honest about it. Hey man, I was tired. Running around for my life out there. Football's a tough sport. People come out of games all the time because they're tired. But he was honest. And you see how they treated him. Bench him for 97-year-old Joe Flacco. Can't be honest. Can't be tough. Can't tell the truth. Can't crack a joke. Tough being a comedian these days, right? Can't crack a joke. People were like, that comedian, he talked about those Puerto Ricans. And that's gonna mess it up for Trump. No, it did not. They still voted for him. They don't care. Listen, I'm all about respect and professionalism. There's a time and a place for everything. But I want you to listen to me closely. If you beat my ass, I'm going to respect that, okay? I will take my L with dignity. If you whoop my ass, fair and square. And if you come up to me, shake my hand, I'm going to shake your hand and say you whoop my ass, and you go celebrate with your team or celebrate with your friends and your family. I don't have a problem with that. Now, if you beat my ass, I shake your hand. I say, well done. But then you pee on my sneakers, we got to throw hands. We got to squabble up. And that's all the flag planting is. You won. We going to hold this L. But you're not going to pee on my shoes. You're not going to disrespect my property. The field, your home field is your property. You're not going to run out there and plant your flag. No, that's not how we got to squabble up. Ain't nothing wrong with it either. Sometimes it's okay to fight. That's one of the problems in our society, right? Nobody fights anymore. They shoot. That's weak. That's punk. You stab somebody, you shoot somebody. Nobody fights anymore. It's okay to fight. You feel like there's a disagreement between men, you fight. Best man win. And so I can't remember the guy's name. I wish I had a favorite to tweet. And it was very simple. It said, if you don't want to plant the flag, don't take the L. If you're not ready to throw hands, don't plant the flag. Simple. Consequences. Oh, I want them not to go to the next game. They need to, come on, man. It's over. It's Monday. It's a whole new day. We've moved on. Next game up. Check ball. It's over. They need to review the video. No, it's just a squabble. It's just a squabble. I mean, if you was getting bullied, sometimes you just had to squabble. You go home and say, well, why you got a black eye? Fought my bully. And I understand it's a different time. And there are some sensitivities that people should have. There are things you shouldn't say. There are things you shouldn't do. There are lines that you shouldn't cross. But these are college football players squabbling over a flag. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. We don't need to be looking at 4K, 8K, trying to see who was the aggressor. We're soft. I remember my uncle. My uncle Harold said, I'm not gonna call you Lil Robert. I'll call you Robert Big. Call you Robert Big. He said, because you can't be soft. You can't be demure. especially as a black man in this country. And we've gotten overly sensitive to everything. Everybody wants to cancel everybody. There's this weird fascination with hoping for failure instead of embracing success. Like we are willingly waiting on people's downfall. We're hoping for it. You don't believe me? Search in any social media space the name Jay-Z. And I guarantee you won't see people talking about reasonable doubt. You may see a few people talking about Beyonce. But the majority of the people that you're going to see is say, I can't wait for his downfall. I can't wait for Jay-Z's downfall. Oh, I hope Jay-Z goes downfall. It's a sickness in our society. You pray for people's downfall that you don't even know. You don't think to yourself like, well, I hope, he wouldn't have done anything nefarious. No, your default is I hope he did. So I can get these jokes off. I can get these tweets off because I work at the quickie mark and this is the only attention I can get all day. Kurt Herbstreit, I'm blocked. But hopefully you're listening to this. It's okay to squabble up. It's okay to throw hands. It's okay to fight every once in a while. We're men. It's okay. That's our nature. Keep the guns away, keep the knives away. But flag planting, pushing and shoving with helmets on, it's going to be all right. This is the time that I let you know that we're sponsored by absolutely no one yet. Coming, though. It's coming. It's getting these shows up and running. It's coming. If you can subscribe, you can help me out. You can subscribe on all of your podcast, channels, Spotify, Apple, Good Pods, wherever you want to be. Just look for the Headline King with Robert Littal and Facts, Not Feelings with Robert Littal. And also subscribe to Daniel Bell's podcast, The Final Bell. And also, all of these videos go up on BSO's YouTube, BSO TV. So be sure to subscribe to that. Leave some comments. I've been getting a lot of comments on what we did last week. I appreciate you. I try to respond to each and every comment on all the social media spaces and all the podcast places as well. You guys have a beautiful day.